Hey guys, guess what? Yes, it's more Hearts of Iron 3. So, let's turn the music down a little bit and do a quick recap. Now, Singapore, I believe... Oh, that's nice and fast. I think I need to change that. Whoops, game options. Dum-de-dum-de-dum-de-dum. Controls. Scroll speed, there we go. Apply. Yeah, that's better. Okay, so let's look at the Politicus Mappus Modus. Now, unfortunately, Singapore here had fallen. So you can see Singapore and the Japanese and the English battling it out there. I'm still in the Philippines. Transport fleet, Asiatic fleet, First King, First Navy. Not looking good. However, up in Pearl Harbor, which is here, I have the US Pacific Task Force. Now, that consists of 29 ships and an awful lot of air wing. So, as you can see, looking good there. So, essentially what's happened is that those guys are my main sort of attack force. So, I might use those to go and take back certain islands. So, Saipan, no, but Guam could be a good one. Now, what I need to do is, in the case of technology, what I'm trying to do is build up the Marines. So, I build up the Marines, and what will happen is that will mean that we can also move that down. Let's just move that back up. Actually, what we'll do is we'll put that down to about there. How many will that give us? Yeah, okay. So we'll lock that there, and actually what we'll do is we'll unlock that, bring that up a little bit, and unlock that and bring that up. There we go. So at least we're using kind of diplomacy and espionage in there as well. So, locking all of those. So obviously we need to keep the officer level high. Now, let's see, production, we've got CAGs coming and the USS Essex and the Wasp and the Hornets. Now the good thing is because of all the upgrades that I've done, let's just increase those. Because of all the upgrades that I've done, those should come out significantly better ships. So that's the plan anyway. So once the Marines are trained, what I'm going to do is essentially create loads of Marines in here. Now you can see this is a lot more colourful. I have Their Finest Hour DLC, and if people are interested, then I will obviously do some bits and pieces about that, about the differences, things of that nature, and also there is some discussion about possibly doing a co-op. So if anybody is interested in seeing that, by all means leave a comment in the bottom. The co-op, oh here we go, see, look at this. Okay, see, a month, land, no. Okay, Japan, okay. Okay. So, okay. So those are our main enemy. Or, present, none. Leave it as that. So we can get an idea of what kind of effect we're having. Strategic bombing, all that kind of stuff. So, what we're going to do is have a look further. See, there we go. Let's have a look at our diplomacy. Now, what I'm after is I want England. I want transit routes. See. Okay, so I'm going to offer them Lend-Lease aid because I've got a massive amount of supplies. Now, let's have a look. And also, okay, so we've already got a thing there. Okay. Add war goal. Okay, no, we'll leave that off. So close that. So let's go back in. Okay, so England, I probably have transit rights. Okay, so he's on the route already. Okay. 1942, diplomats are on their way. So 30th of March 1942, so that's our diplomacy. Now, in the case of up here, these guys here, so what I'll do is I'll send, yeah, I'm waiting for these guys to get their strength and their, see, look, 58% damaged, 58% health. I want to get those guys up, so to speak. I also want to get these guys are fully healthed, but if you look at the organisation level there, and some of these guys are still damaged, see? So I want to try and make sure those guys are as fully healthy as they can be before I start doing anything there and pushing in. So now the question is that French or is that mine? That's French, so that's 10th Navy. Now, ideally, I would like to get Guam back because it's got a radar. So the question is getting the Marines in there, taking that over, airfield, and then possibly launching an attack onto Saipan, take out that area. The trouble is it's a jungle, so it's going to be really difficult. Now the question is, let me think, infantry. See, look, jungle warfare, there we go. So here we go, jungle warfare, and put that up the top. And then, yeah, so that basically they'll all be researched around the right time. So jungle warfare will be helpful. We'll put mountain warfare in there as well, and desert warfare. Okay, see, look, there's marine infantry. We've got airborne, mountain infantry. Yeah, and they need those guys as well. So these guys, 6 of 12, 6 of 12. Cavalry, small arms. See that these guys are significantly lower level. Right, how are the escorts looking? 7 of 12. See these levels, light cruisers, low submarine technology is lowish. Capitals, battleship construction. See, we are lagging behind quite significantly in battleships, but to be honest, aircraft carriers are the ones we want to go for. Okay. Now, bombers. Let's see. So we got that one. And launch torpedo, twin aircraft armaments. Okay, so that's their politics. Open society. So, as expected, right, so, John Nance Garner, okay, Foreign Minister, Cordell Hull, Great Compromiser. Arthur Vandenberg, I want him as an iron-fisted brute. Resource Industrialist. Okay. So it's resources +5, so chemical engineering decay. See, look at that resources there, there's Heldix. Okay. Let's see if see, I'm thinking that one. Okay, Minister of Security, Head of Intelligence, yeah. Chief of Staff. I'm going to make it Douglas MacArthur to reorganise, get the reorganisation regain rate up. Okay, Chief of the Army. Okay. Supply consumption. Chief of the Navy. Just the Nimitz. No, can't do that guy. Here we go. Yeah, leave it as him. Okay, so the question is, does that mean now that CNC West, oh, still under Eisenhower, so that's not too bad then. That's good. CNC Fleet patch. I actually thought that was, they patched that. What, really? Why? Idiot. So these guys are all garrisoned. You can tell. Okay. There we go. So that's a new option. You can say, do they want to be more aggressive? Do they want to be more tactical? Stuff like that. So that's all helpful information. Okay. So let us unpause and see how things go here. Because what I want to do... Okay, oh, there we go. Jungle Marines, yes baby. Small arms, cavalry, support weapons, anti-tank, small organisation, transportation, mechanical computing, that will improve my research. Education advance, aircraft carrier engine advance, heavy cruiser, oh my god, so many. So many research items, look at this, oh god, it's wonderful. Radar advanced, excellent. Accepted our Lend-Lease aid, wonderful. So therefore we can now be in a position to help the English a lot better. For those of you who weren't aware, Lend-Lease basically meant that they would lease us the tanks and weapons they needed in order to, or I should say the English needed in order to fight World War II. And you essentially pay it off at the end of the war. Now, for those of you who don't realise, that was paid off probably somewhere in the year 2000. So it took 50 years to pay off the debt as a result of the Lend-Lease organisation. However, the influx of aeroplanes and tanks and supplies that it provided us with helped us survive the onslaught of the Germans when France had fallen and we were essentially alone. So it was very helpful, despite the fact that after Russia had been attacked, they were insisting that a certain amount of supplies and everything were directed up to them in Murmansk and places like that. So that was the Arctic convoy that went around the side here, and so yeah, it's all exciting stuff. So now let's see. Let's unpause because I want these guys here. Yeah, they're still being repaired. Now, what's the repair rate? There you go. Repair 94.8 units each day efficiently. It's not too shabby. Now, they're garrisoned. They have no leader. These fine fellows are French. Oh, what's that? Okay, so. Oh, heavens above. Look at all these people here. So, what we have is... I wonder, what can I do? Is that... so that's all plains and hills and mountains. Yeah. See, the thing is, also, in case you weren't aware, you can now make battle plans. See? So, essentially, it enables you to create a new battle plan, like that, and you say, okay, first things first, we are going to make attack from here into there. And then, what we're going to do is we're going to put tanks in there, and we'll also put in a bomber force come in from there, and another bomber force in there, and let's have a look. And so we are expecting combat in that area. Oh, okay. And that area. And that area. So you can basically sort it all out on your map anyway. That's essentially what those plans are. So you can see, look, see Operation Dragoon, Husky, Market Garden, Overlord, all that kind of funky stuff. Right, let's pause. Okay, tank reliability, infantry armoured warfare, mobile warfare, large front. Oh, infantry anti-tank weapons, baby. We want that. See, look at all this stuff. Being researched, researchy goodness. Support weapons, light infantry. Here we go. So, production. Brigade. Marines. Hello, boys. Right, now, brigade attachment. No, I want that one. Here we go. So, Marines. And I want 10 brigades of Marines. And I want those guys at the top. 7th, 8th, 9th, and 10. So 10 divisions of US Marines. So they're on November 11th, 1942. Means that I can start taking some of my stuff back. What's this? Okay, there you go. South Africa can have a production license. Right, let's have a look. Yeah, inefficient research. Don't care. Probably give me a problem. So the thing is, right? Okay. See, this is we can choose now, which is the most important one out of all these options. So we can say, okay, military espionage. Disrupt national unity. And then there we go. So we'll also look at Germany here. There's only one spy there. Very odd. So it could be that they've got very good anti-spy activities. So what we'll do is that, and tech. Leave it at that for the time being. So what we're after is, there's England, there is the Netherlands. So what we need to do is go into here, talk to the Netherlands. Okay, no. Okay, no. See, I don't have an option to help them in that respect, like kind of, what's the word I'm looking for? Basically have transit rights, but it could be I've already got transit rights because I'm a member of the Allies. What the hell is that? Goa. Okay, so that's Goa. Okay. Fighter ground control, yep, good stuff. This is all excellent, excellent nose. You got New Zealand down the end here. Levuka. All sorts of islands up here. Penguin Ridge, great name. Nauru. Now, these are all the islands here. The Palu Trench, see, look, all of these. See, but see, what I'm wondering is whether or not I can get there, Naha, because if I get that, that will give me a port to attack from. and basically be completely up in their grill. But I have a funny suspicion, yeah, their infrastructure's not good. See, now what about here? See, their infrastructure's still not great. It might be better to just do it from the Philippines, as their infrastructure is significantly better. But let's see, Iwo Jima. That is just a okay, so let's see, there's Saipan. I think Saipan might be a better option, because what I could do is take Saipan, invade that. It's all jungle, so hopefully the Marines can deal with that, and then what I'll do is use that as a strategic bombing, basically put loads of strategic bombers there and some destroyers to defend them and stuff like that, and use that to do it. Oh, Nagasaki. Use that to do strategic bombing on places like Tokyo, as those guys would deserve it, but we'll see. What I really need to do is increase the technology of my bombers, because at the moment you've got these two here, because at the moment, see, look, that 4-engine frame there, that's all being researched, but this stuff is quite far back. See, look. Right, so basic medium fuel tank bombers needs to be 1. Medium fuel tank. It's number 1. Okay. So that's the problem that I've got at the moment, is I need those up. And we've already got a basic strategic bomber. But without these here, medium proof full tank, so I can't get that until I get that. But then it could be I'm in the position to improve the range. Okay. So you can see large fuel tanks being researched. So yeah, that's making progress. So, but most importantly, see, right, okay, let's have a look here. Because, okay, what I'm going to do is I'm just going to use this to give you guys an idea of what I'm trying to do. So, see, there's the radar installation, there's that, and anti-aircraft guns. So, what I'm thinking is I need a what if I attacked, oh, that's way too big. There you go. There we go. Yep, so we'll delete that for a second. Delete. Add, just call it new plan. Whoops. So, if I were to attack with the carriers from there, okay, and then what I can do is while they're attacking that, I can use the transport fleet to come in here, invade there, and then attack from both directions. So I could have that. So what I really want to do also is to have another force here and another force here, so that essentially I can keep them all pinned in completely. So it might be that I need some battleships, so it could be that we need to put consider putting the battleships down here, have the carriers there like so, and have the landing there. So essentially the carriers there, destroyers there, or actually let's maybe have some submarines there. So the submarines are kind of stopping anybody coming out of there, and then we can hit them from all directions at the same time. That might be a good idea. Let's save that. Here we go. Guam. Whoops. Guam. So, let's have a look. So that's the plan for Guam. Okay. So there's Guam there. Now, so that'll be the big fleet there. We'll move them into position around here. I'll have another attack fleet from here. So, I need to move these guys. I need to move these guys out from the Asiatic fleet to the First Navy. No, that battleship fleet, look at that. Okay, so what we need is get rid of that. Get rid of that and merge. So there's Battleship Fleet 4. They are unfortunately woefully underpowered, so what I might need to do is check on my battle fleets here. I have no battle fleets. Oh crap. That is seriously not good. See, there's the Seattle fleet, Columbia fleet. Okay, so let us take the destroyers out. Oh, crud. Okay, so the destroyers are all out. Ooh, 52nd Armoured Division. Okay. So. Okay. So what I'm looking at is moving a contingent. So let's look at San Fran here. So there's a lot of armoured divisions there. Holy moly. Now I'm wondering if I can land them as well. No, there's too many. Don't need those. So there's the Army and Navy, there's the Pacific fleets. Let's send these fellas down here. So, I want those rebased now. Production. See, here's the Marine Division. It's going to put the CAGs on later. Yeah, 1943. Oh well. We'll just have to wait and see. Because what I need to do is okay. So that means then, if I'm here, so there we go, there's 13 and 19 ships. Okay. Okay. That's good. Okay. The Panama Canal. Okay. So, we have got these guys here. What we'll do is we will put together alright, they're not arrived yet. No, they haven't arrived yet, idiot. So don't worry about that. When that's done, I'll put them together. Now, the question is, how are my boys in Pearl doing? Okay. So everything, oh good, look at the USS San Francisco. See these guys. See battleship. Tennessee, heavy cruiser. See San Francisco, oh god. There you go. That's good. But the possibility that I might... oh, heavens. Look at these guys. Okay. See, as you can see, Unity is now improving. See, spies raising national awareness. That actually circumvents the convoy ASW warfare, which is very helpful. There we go. Descent will not change at all. There you go. So that's remaining reasonably high. Espionage is at 0. Diplomatic influence. Okay. So 1, 2. Aha. Okay. Okay, so I take up most of these off. I'll send them 50 of that. Lock it. There we go. Okay. Wow, CNC West needs 19 infantry. Okay. So, now, down in Italy area, we have these fine fellows. Where are they? Oh, have they already buggered off? Okay, Cuba's just cancelled it. Biggest dealers. The Atlantic Transport Fleet is badly damaged. Now the question is, where is the Ranger Task Force? There we go. See, I don't understand. Why did it not... Right. Manila San Francisco convoy. That's where it's been attacked. So, production. Manila San Francisco. There we go. And what we're going to do is add more 30 convoy and put that up. There we go. So essentially now that should run with a lot more support for it. So what to do next? Now, US Army Air Force. These guys are, that's Bermuda. So, what I need to do is get the US Ranger Task Force. They are all good. Okay, and what we're going to do is I wonder if we can. No, let's do a here. Patrol, intercept. There we go. So they should basically leave and intercept anything in that area. At least in theory. And they're pretty high. See, CNCEU. So there is Clay, who's a logistics wizard, with Truscott from the 1st Army Group. Now, who is there? Nobody's there. See, the Channel Islands. See, these are all forts. See, what I'm wondering is, look, these are all forts here, see? Toulon. Marseille. See? What is that one again? Cannot remember what that one is. Oh, there we go, land fort. See, there's a land fort there. Torino. The opportunist thing is Syracuse, Catiana, Messina. Now, oh, hello. So they're going to go off on a sortie. Hello, fellas. So they are, with any luck, pissing off the locals. So what we're talking about then is Malta. If I can get enough Marines over there to Malta after I've taken Guam, because then what I can do is once I've taken Guam, I can move standard soldiers into Guam. Here, I can move standard soldiers in place and then take the Marines over to the other side of the world. Now the question is, yeah, they won't be able to go through the Suez, will they? They might be able to, I don't know. We'll give it a go. We'll basically send them all the way up here, but the trouble is obviously you've got this area here, that's Saudi Arabia, a desert area. Whoops, Daisy, what's this? Okay. That is a disaster for the British. Okay. As Winston Churchill said, because basically what happened is the fort of Singapore had all its guns facing seaward, as that was where they were expecting attack. However, the Japanese attacked landward, and there were no guns facing, and there were no defences landward. And I remember Churchill said, not personally, but from what I've read, said that he no more conceived that Singapore would have no landward defences than a battleship would be put to sea without a bottom. So, let's see, is that Italy? No, that's Portugal. Bissau. Okay, so there's a lot of Vichy France in Africa here. As you can see, this is most of the area being dealt with here. Now, there is Marshall. Holy crap, he's a talented boy to be there. But he has an offensive doctrine. Why is he only leading a flipping division? Ugh. See, he's a commando. See, Major General, Lieutenant General. Select. Okay. So Sprinch is there with quite a few damage dealers and annoyances. So Battleship Fleet 3 intercept. Rebase. Okay, so they're at Newcastle. So let's have a look. Yeah. Newcastle's a better option, seeing that the port's better. That port's not really good in comparison to that. So yeah, so it's like double the amount of repair. So USS Mississippi, destroyers, okay. So what I'm thinking, what do we have here that we can use? Cruisers, submarine battleship fleet. Oops, This is a knotty one, because it's about knowing how to proceed. See, that's now gone up a little bit. Intelligence. Let's raise national unity. Here we go. So hopefully that should change. Okay. The hell? Oh, they're in Netherlands. Oh, bloody hell. So they did make it out. That's good. Okay, so let's fly them back. Get them the hell out of Dodge. And we'll send the Pacific Transport Fleet home as well. It's a bit annoying it doesn't show up when I click on that. Never mind. Let's see. Okay, sprints, we'll stay on them. Only one capital ship. Interesting. Okay, I'm thinking I'm going to need more capital ships there. Tibet. Okay. Now, what's going on here? Province owned by Null. Might be a bug. The Kingdom of Null. Okay. Okay, so battleship fleet there, Caribbean fleet there, transports on their way back, or more transports, the Seattle fleet. See, okay. There we go, so Seattle Transport Fleet. Columbia. Heavy cruiser and 2 submarines, not good. Okay, so these guys go out there and intercept. Okay. So the question is, their influence in Sweden. Okay. Okay, so what I need to do, oh god, bloody Mexicans. Obviously Mexicans. Let's see, that's Philippines. I'm right thinking, yeah, Philippines is a puppet of the USA. Oh, that's interesting. Can send an expeditionary force. Okay. So we go to the United Kingdom. th of April 1942. Yunnan. Really? Look at all those Axis members. Japan, Manchukuo, Menguko, Italy, Ethiopia, Slovakia, Hungary, Siam, Romania, Croatia, Finland? Really? Italy. Okay. Okay, let's see what's going on. There we go, mobile warfare research. Now, how is our production going? US Marines are being produced. 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 10 11 12 13 14 15 16 17 18 19 20 21 22 23 24 25 26 27 28 29 30 31 32 33 34 35 36 37 38 39 40 41 42 43 44 45 46 47 48 49 50 51 52 53 54 55 56 57 58 59 60 61 62 63 64 65 66 67 68 69 70 71 72 73 74 75 76 77 78 79 80 81 82 83 84 85 86 87 88 89 90 91 92 93 94 95 96 97 98 99 100 101 102 103 104 105 106 107 108 109 110 111 112 113 114 115 116 117 118 119 120 121 122 123 124 125 126 127 128 129 130 131 132 133 134 135 136 137 138 139 140 141 142 143 144 145 146 147 148 149 150 151 152 153 154 155 156 on-way division. We'll stick CNC West for the time being. Okay, so look at all these guys. See, there's the on-way division. Now, see, that's a nice collection of armies. What I need to do is to make it into a combo of all sorts. Interesting. Interesting. Let's have a look at the battleship fleet. They are here, are they not? Yes, they are. So these guys will just go out and do a sortie. There we go. So we'll send them out to do a sortie around the Firth of Forth. And see how that goes. See, this has not really been a battle of doing things, or an episode of doing stuff. It's kind of been the episode of building everything up and getting everything ready to go. So it could be that it's not exactly what you call the most riveting. However, this is a long-term grand strategy game, and these things take time to get into place. So in the meantime, guys, I hope you've enjoyed what you've seen. Feel free to make comments. Chuck a like on it if you like it. If you don't, then stick a comment underneath and say why you don't. So anyway, we'll see you next week for more Tactics Thursday. Thanks for watching. Bye bye.